What's up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the decidedly debonair Dr. Disaster. And I'm pretty sure at this point that in order to become a game journalist, they give you IQ tests. And if you score low enough, they give you a job.
I'm dumb as hell!
You're hired. You start Monday.
So you know how the other day, there was this kind of big trailer that came out for Grand Theft Auto 6? And a bunch of us couldn't help but notice that they put the male character Jason front and center in the trailer. They filled the trailer up with images of scantily clad women, and the female main character Lucia appeared quite feminine and attractive in the trailer. This was a hell of a change compared to the first GTA 6 trailer where Lucia was featured and she had a much more masculine look to her. Well, naturally, we assumed that Rockstar had come to their senses and remembered who their primary audience is for GTA games.
It's a man's world.
But at least one game journalist thinks we don't know what we're talking about. Somehow this game journalist at Polygon has watched the same trailer that everyone else did, a trailer filled with imagery like this here, and she has decided that actually this is a game made for her kind. The sort who aren't interested in playing video games so much as pushing progressive political shit into everything they see. In other words, she thinks this was made for the modern audience.
Just what kind of lunacy are we dealing with here?
Well, it's no wonder why she's desperate. Just look at all the layoffs her outlet just went through the other day. Polygon has let go of a shitload of their employees. Look at how many game journalists in general are getting fired these days. And look at how woke games are getting crushed. Clearly, things are falling apart for these people. So this journalist sees a phenomenon like this GTA trailer, which has 85 million views already in just a couple of days with 5.1 million likes, but she sees numbers like that and she's trying desperately to latch onto it and claim it as hers. Unfortunately for her, the reputation for game journalists is so bad and their motivations are so transparent that it's easy to look at an article like this one and see these people for what they are.
A virus. You move to an area and you multiply until every natural resource is consumed. And the only way you can survive is to spread to another area.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on this video, share the video with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. Channel members have access to the audiobook version of the first section of a novel I've written, a dark fantasy story called The Darkest Heritage, which will be out on Amazon soon, and I'm also working on a space pirate cartoon which channel members will get access to first. We can't just complain about the things we dislike in culture, we have to provide alternatives. So, if you want to support that sort of thing, become a channel member for as little as $5 per month. In any event, let's talk about GTA 6. Now, I feel like it's pretty evident that the second trailer for that game is so obviously being marketed for the traditional GTA audience, a male audience. It is so obviously being done that it's hard to understand exactly how someone could watch this trailer and come away with the idea that it was progressive and meant for like the feminist type audience. The lens that this journalist sees the world through that wrote this Polygon article, this person's lens is so heavily tinted with confirmation bias that she could probably look at the score of the Super Bowl from a few months ago and somehow convince herself that the Eagles didn't win the damn thing as long as that view helped her side gain power. But let's read this article so we can have a good laugh at what this jackass said. The GTA 6 trailer makes Rockstar's changed politics very clear. Back in 2022, Bloomberg reported that Rockstar Games cleaned up its frat boy culture and Grand Theft Auto 2. The changes took shape in different ways, from less crunch to a narrowing of the gender pay gap for workers at the studio, and to the introduction of the game's first playable female character, a Latina named Lucia. And now, in the second trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6, we're seeing that the game's marketing has changed a bit from previous entries too. It hasn't though, has it? GTA 6 looks like every other Grand Theft Auto game that I have ever played, and I've played all of them. It's got criminals doing criminal things and scantily clad women with a bunch of people doing crazy and degenerate shit in the backdrop. But the article starts off by saying that in the marketing for GTA 5, they showcased characters that this journalist considered unlikable. She says here, the series' sense of humor, which arguably does skew towards making fun of right-wing targets, despite the series' notorious depiction of sex workers and women in general, isn't really on display. Yeah, Cupcake, if you actually played these games, you'd know they are renowned for taking the piss out of everyone. Right wing, left wing, doesn't matter. Trying to claim it makes fun of one political side while glossing over the other simply reveals this person's preferences. But reading on, it says here, but it is clear from GTA 5's early marketing that the three protagonists are very much anti-heroes. You might be playing as them, but you aren't necessarily going to agree with what they're doing. That's fine. You're here to do crimes and embrace your id, after all, so playing as somebody unlikable makes sense, right? GTA 6's early marketing has a different vibe. These first two trailers are much more focused on character drama rather than pure action. Also, while Jason and Lucia are clearly anti-heroes as well, clearly resorting to a life of crime, these trailers also make them seem, well, likable. Especially Lucia. My dude, normal people don't like any of the characters in GTA, not really. We might be amused by them, but you aren't supposed to like any of them. And the main characters in this one are no different. They are murderous, selfish pieces of shit that normal people despise. But in the next paragraph here, she tells us how actually Lucia is super likable and can be sympathized with, though clearly this is simply by dint of her immutable characteristics. The article says here then, the second GTA 6 trailer has even more character building for Jason and Lucia. Jason seems like the less likable of the pair. Wow, imagine my shock. The feminist doesn't like the male character as much as the woman. And then she says it's because Jason has a moment of punching a black cashier before opening up the register. There's lots to unpack here. First of all, why does it matter what the person's skin color is that Jason beats up? Is it less bad if he hits a white person? Clearly, this ideologically possessed brainlet does have racial hang-ups based on her insistence on capitalizing the word black, all while making sure throughout the article that she doesn't capitalize the word white. But just wait until she actually plays a Grand Theft Auto game and sees how the characters mercilessly hurt all kinds of people. Women, men, white people, black people, Asian, Latin, you name it. That is literally the whole point of GTA. You are turned loose on a city filled with people of all kinds, and unless you have actual racism in your veins, you don't stop to make sure that you're only hurting certain kinds of people. You just drive around inflicting violence on everyone for your own gain and amusement. This idiot journalist goes on to say that the police in this game are portrayed as fitting her anti-police worldview because they're the villains. And how do you tell me that you've never played a Grand Theft Auto game without saying you've never played a Grand Theft Auto game before? By acting like it's some kind of a big deal that the police are not good people in a Grand Theft Auto game. That is literally always a part of GTA. and showing it in a trailer is not somehow a revelation in marketing. It is simply advertising that we are going to get more of the same. This is wishful thinking and ideological projection to pretend otherwise. But I'm going to leave it there. You get the idea. This article is absolutely asinine. They are trying to latch on to Grand Theft Auto 6 and make it all about wokeness, when in fact, it doesn't seem like it is. At least from the outset here, it doesn't seem like it is going to be a particularly woke game. But drop your mockery of this moron of a game journalist into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.